This week, the election foreplay continued, and at last the Prime Minister stood up to Donald Trump. Just not the current Prime Minister.
For the second time in a week, Malcolm Turnbull has triggered a political outcry, calling the AUKUS Pact a terrible deal.
Malcolm Turnbull today going nuclear on our nuclear submarines deal.
Back of his mind, he'll be thinking, who are these dumb guys that agreed to this deal?
I'm not sure he's thinking anything in the back of his mind, or the front of his mind. Turnbull also wrote an op-ed claiming he won't be gaslit by Trump, which is crazy. You sound crazy. While the Australian criticised Turnbull for failing to heed the lessons in the Old Testament Ecclesiastes 3. And I, for one, am bloody sick of politicians failing to heed the lessons of the Old Testament Ecclesiastes 3. And don't even get me started on the first two. Australia's biggest nuclear fan, who would love to give every Australian glowing skin, Peter Dutton, was asked about Turnbull's earlier comments and was quick to criticise the Prime Minister. I mean every other Prime Minister.
One of yours going on national TV and saying, are we going to see a conga line of sycophants creeping through the White House, talking about Trump, saying we're sucking up to a bully? What do you say to that today?
Well, part of the problem as well is that, you've got Kevin Rudd, who's made all these disparaging remarks. The Prime Minister himself has said that he was scared of Donald Trump. I just don't think any of that matters. I think what matters is Australian jobs.
That's right, we're talking about Malcolm Turnbull, which is more than Kevin Rudd ever did. And if I may expand on my point about Kevin Rudd, where did you go? Am I still on air? And as the US trade war kicked off, Albo gave a lesson in friendship.
Friends need to act in a way that reinforces to our respective populations the fact that we are friends.
That's right, US, you're being a bad friend right now. How dare you put a tariff on aluminium when you can't even say it right? Plus, you need aluminium to build the world's crappiest truck. So how do we fight back against our former best friend?
Do you feel that there is anything that can be done beyond diplomacy, or do we just have to rely on words?
One of the things that we can do is to buy Australian. Australians can have an impact by buying Australian goods.
That's right, buying Australian goods. We don't need you, America. We'll buy our own $600 million worth of aluminium. Strap in, Billy. Your little lunch is getting alfoil to all hell this week. Albo, any specific products we should grab?
You buy Bundy soft drinks rather than some of the American products.
You heard him, Patriots. We're fighting back through soft drinks. You can't spell carbonation without nation. Remember that ginger beer is the perfect mixer for a world that looks dark and stormy. Also, a quick in-your-face to my therapist, turns out binge drinking will solve all our problems. Cheers, Albo.